I think it's... Oh, we're on. All right, so we tried recording this before, and apparently... Actually, we don't really know what happened, but there's no sound.
It was 7.5 minutes long.
What is this? Captain Hook?
It's a half.
Half of what?
Half of that.
That's poor math. But, yeah, it was pretty long. It was good. Now, if you're, if we have any deaf listeners, this is our last one. Well, I might not go there. But, I mean, you could listen to it. But no, you couldn't.
Yeah.
But you could read our lips.
You could. Actually, deaf people would probably know what's going on better than anybody else.
Really?
It was...
Oh, yes.
There's no sound. 7.5 minutes long.
And we don't really want to talk about the same things because then it's like we're acting.
Staged.
We're not. No, we don't. We're not staged. We're improv club. Link, were you ever in the improv club?
No, I was not in the improv club. I've done improv.
Link.
My grandparents used to make us do talent shows at like Christmas and Thanksgiving, but we never wanted to really rehearse anything, so we told them we were going to do improv. That way we got out of rehearsing.
Oh, I would have loved to have been that in that family.
Kids.
Moors.
Hunter.
So, I figured let's talk about science fiction. Link has no idea what I'm going to be talking about.
Oh, I didn't even know that was going to happen.
It's happening. So, back in our 9th grade days, there's this class called Advanced Science Fiction. Now, some may say, Luke, where did you get the grudge? Grudge isn't a word.
Nerve?
Nerve just wasn't cool enough.
The gall?
The gall. And I'm not sure if it's G-A-L-L or G-U-L-L.
No, you got it.
Okay. The gall to take advanced science fiction before you took regular. I was not prepared for this class, but in this class was beauty. There was about 30, 35 kids. 31 of them loved this class and absolutely wanted to read the books. Okay, let me just put it to you this way. We had a final project, and you were supposed to do something that signified something with science fiction. I didn't read one of our books, so I wasn't really prepared.
You didn't read one of our books. You didn't read any of the books.
Yeah, that's more of an accurate representation. Sparks Notes didn't exist. I don't even know if the internet existed in 9th grade.
It didn't. It was 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
Actually, it was 10th grade, 01, 02, but there was no internet then.
No internet.
Al Gore hadn't gotten around to it yet.
L word. So, I did not... What was I going to do? So, I decided I would use my creative juices and write a song about everyone. You know, I decided to nickname everyone. In fact, there was this one kid named Dragon. He was really into dragons.
He was.
It wasn't that creative of a nickname.
Not like he drew them, like he wore t-shirts that had dragons on them.
Very into dragons. There's just another kid I call Daily.
Like there wasn't a day that went by he didn't wear a dragon shirt.
Yeah. I don't even know his name to this day. Nor do I want to learn it. But then there's this other kid named Gonzo, because if he was blue, he would look like Gonzo.
He had a schnoz rocking.
Although I'm now convinced that anyone, if they had that same blue color, would look like Gonzo. So, I don't know if that was really an accurate thing to say about him. And then there was Nathan Bugash, who literally made a box that if you put your hand in it, it would electrocute you.
Not electrocute.
It would do electricity.
It would shock you. There's a big difference between getting shocked and electrocuted.
What's the difference?
One kills you, the other doesn't.
Electrocution doesn't necessarily kill you. Remember, like, you can be struck by lightning twice and win the lottery?
No, like, I think if you get electrocuted, like, you are dead. That's, like, the definition of electrocution.
Oh.
You have to die to be electrocuted.
Interesting.
Who knew?
Look at this guy's like Bill Nye the Science Guy.
So Luke took advanced science fiction one direction. I took it the other direction. Full disclosure, I'm a huge nerd.
He read Lord Foulsbane.
Well, that was required for the class.
That doesn't mean anything. What does required for the class mean?
I mean, it means that I'm going to read it.
You don't ever have to read the books in your classes. Nothing is required.
What's worse?
No, I had the pen.
Nope,
I'm smarter.
It's my pen.
Crap.
God, what's worse?
Everyone's going to think you're so smart.
Is that I really got into one of the books that we read.
Dune?
Dune. Which is a great book. You should all read it. If you like that.
It was like a lot of pages. It was more than like 12 pages. I like those kind of books.
So
like Berenstain Bears.
I also want to talk about how much of the screen you take up and how much like you box me out. I'm going to do an episode where I'm doing this and Luke's
Luke's
leaning back.
It won't get up on the internet.
I
I didn't even tell him about what I did for my final project.
Okay, go ahead. But I want to get back to when we're done with you. I want to get back to me.
We won't. So, in that class, I wrote this song about all the weird kids in our class, and I recorded it on my 4-track recorder. I wrote this. I actually used the Weezer song, and I just made up some lyrics. But
It's a pretty
I wrote this
theme.
song. Yeah, it's actually my thing, rewriting Weezer songs. But and I gave it to Mr. Cunningham. He goes, and I quote, "John, if you're listening to this, love you, man. This was one of my favorite days. I'm not going to listen to this, and I'm going to give you a B." I can't tell you how quickly my neurologens accepted that answer. Okay? I instantly accepted.
And I can't understand how quickly you just made up the word neurologens and used it like it was real.
Neuro is brain waves. Tim, psychology major, vouch.
Logens?
Vouch.
Logen sounds like a cough drop.
Oh, no, that's lozenges.
Right.
Although I like to call them larynge. Yeah.
So...
Link, they don't want to hear about this. They want to hear about what I devoted
They don't want to hear
into.
about me, they want to hear about you.
So, we ended up getting into, I don't know if he did, but our senior year we took regular science fiction. Now,
I didn't.
a lot of people can't handle going from such an extreme class to an extreme class. And what we did for our final project that year is I asked Mr. Cunningham, can we have more than one person in our group? And he said no. So I got my friends Mikey and Jason, and we read this book called The Triffids. I didn't read it, but one point I think I did pay attention for the discussion for about 8 minutes. And they mentioned these plants that come to life. And it's a plant that destroys things. And so we took a little noodle thing that you put in the pool, and you spray paint it, put stickers on it. And Mikey did all the work. Jason and I played poker. And then the next morning I brought it in, and we actually wrote a song about it. So this is why we, and it goes Triffids, 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 one chord, one. It's one
the
chord.
simplest song you can imagine.
Now the problem is the students were expecting when I told them that we had a masterpiece. Should not have used that word. That they were expecting a verse, or a bridge, or an intro, or an ending, or. We kind of just did it for about 45 seconds saying the word Triffids over again.
And
We got a B.
I skipped class that day to come watch you guys' performance.
There's nothing like not earning a B. Nothing
Seriously.
like it. Yeah.
Can I tell my story now?
Link, it's 8 minutes.
Real quick.
Awkward.
You gonna get mad at me?
Awkward. It's too long. Fine, we'll let Link steal the joy, thunder.
I'm gonna steal you guys' joy real quick. Excuse me. So I got really into this Dune book, and when I went to apply for college, they asked you to write about a book that has impacted your life, and I actually wrote about Dune.
That's cool.
How sad is that?
That's really cool, Link.
Not only did I write about it, but I said how it impacted my life. It was pathetic. It's really, really sad.
You got into school.
You guys can make fun of me when you leave. Yeah, it probably stuck out. If I read that essay now, I'd be like, whoa, this kid is he's unique. Probably doesn't have a lot of friends, but he's unique.
If you had wrote it in middle school, you would have had a lot of friends.
Ooh, pushing 9. You ready to go?
9 minutes? Dare we? Okay, we don't.